As promised, the head-to-head review versus the Asus ROG Flow X13 versus the Asus Zephyrus G14. Now, this video has been long desired by not only you guys, but also myself. These are two thin and light 13 and a 14-inch laptop. Now, the X13 is a 13.4-inch laptop, where the G14 is a 14-inch laptop. So you're getting a little over half an inch larger screen by going with the G14. First and foremost, you can check out the links in the description below for the exact pricing comparison between these two models. But just for clarity's sake, the specs that I'm reviewing, the Ryzen 9 5900HS with the RTX 3050 Ti in the X13, and the Asus Zephyrus G14 has the Ryzen 9 5900HS and the RTX 3060 GPU, both with 16 gigs of RAM and both with 1 terabyte SSD. Now, let's jump first into some of the build quality aspects, and then we'll get into the performance differences, as I know you guys want to know a lot about that. First and foremost, I would say the screen on the X13 is stellar. It is such an upgrade compared to the G14. The G14, that's probably one of its downfalls. It doesn't have the sharpest, brightest screen. This screen is so clear. It has so much clarity. I was very impressed by it. I didn't realize how impressed by this screen I would be until I started using the laptop for the past couple weeks that I've had it in the studio. So that's one standout feature for the X13. The standout feature for the G14 is going to be the very rounded chassis. It has a magnesium alloy chassis, whereas this is a plastic build. So you're going to go ahead and stand out more as far as the build materials on the G14 compared to the X13. Now, the X13 is slightly more affordable, but not by much. Like I said, you can check the live pricing in the description below. And of course, if you do make a purchase of those links, I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. The place where I see the X13 standing out versus the G14 is the keyboard. The keys are a lot nicer. They have a better press. They don't feel as plasticky, like little chiclet keys. They have a very nice quality feel to them. Both trackpads are so-so. I don't love the trackpads on either laptop. Honestly, if I was going to pick a trackpad, I couldn't, because they're both about the same quality, just good, but not great by any means. Regarding the ports and connectivity, they're about neck and neck. You can see the ports coming up on the screen and the differences between the two models. The big benefit of the ROG Flow, however, is the fact that you can directly connect an external GPU, known as the XG Mobile, which is an RTX 3080, into the ROG Flow. So you can take this on-the-go laptop and turn it into a video editing super workstation. Also, this is a 2-in-1 laptop. So if you want to watch movies or work on some art or basically have an on-the-go tablet, you have that opportunity here. Now, one thing that I was unable to test on the Asus Zephyrus G14 because I had yet to start doing it was the battery life. So I will say the battery life on the X13 is fantastic. I wish I knew more about the battery life on the G14. Unfortunately, I do not. Please forgive me for not having that data. I hope to have it in future videos. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the performance, which to me is one of the most important parts of this video. Looking at Cinebench R20 R23 and Geekbench, you can see in Cinebench the G14 really stands out, but they're pretty neck and neck in Geekbench. Moving off of the simulated benchmarks and into 3D modeling, if I were going to pick a laptop, I'd go for the G14. It just stands out a lot more with that RTX 3060 GPU. Moving on to After Effects, they're actually closer than I would have expected. You can see that in After Effects, they're only about 50 points away in both the After Effects standard benchmark and the After Effects render benchmark. Moving on to video editing, you can see the export times from Premiere Pro coming up on the screen now, and they both had no struggles with 4K playback in Premiere Pro. Now looking at Photoshop, they are completely neck and neck. So it really doesn't matter which one you choose as far as the X13 versus the G14. You're going to be in good hands with both laptops. Now, one area that I was super curious about was the thermal results. Which laptop cools better overall? If you're looking for an on-the-go laptop for Photoshop, some 4K video editing, and you're not going to be looking into 3D modeling, the X13 is absolutely stellar. If you're going to be somebody leaning into 3D modeling and maybe even to some more advanced 4K and maybe even 6K video editing, I would push you towards the G14. Overall, both laptops are thin and light and stellar in performance. Links if you're ready to make a purchase, likes if this video has brought you some value, and subs if you don't want to miss out on the future episodes. I'll see you here in the next one. Don't stop believing. Asus has got you covered. What your dreams are, what your feelings.